Okay, now that I've bored the crap out of people who are not interested in podcast stuff, I'll probably even split these videos up and just give you guys more regular, or give you guys kind of separated videos. So in case if you're more interested in what's going on with the channel, then we can get that going for you. So what's going on with the channel? So I'm just going to go ahead and say right here now that basically before I get into all the stuff that's missing, I'm just going to go ahead and reassure. The schedule as it stands on the channel is Tuesdays are a playthrough with me and Andrea. Currently we are doing Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories and finishing that up. So that's staying, and it's going to be on Tuesdays, but the uploading of the videos might change a little bit. Because I need to be able to free up some time to be able to do a variety of things, including getting a new skill set that I can be able to utilize, being able to help out in some degree around the house, as well as basically kind of stepping away from all of the dedication that has gone to YouTube to help out with real life stuff. I'm going to have to change the upload schedule a little bit. What I'm basically going to do from here on is you're not going to get one video uploaded per week. When we get a recording session done, I will just edit it all and I will put it up for you. Not necessarily in a big chunk. You'll get smaller chunks that hopefully will be able to last you a while. And when I'm able to do that again after a recording session, then you guys will get the video. I'm not going to try and do like this consistency formula because while it's great to stay consistent on YouTube, I've seen plenty of other people not be consistent on YouTube and do just fine. So you're going to get Kingdom Hearts stuff, but you're going to get it all together instead. And if that means you have to wait an extra week or two in between, then I hope those 3 episodes at least kind of tide you over until then. So that way we're kind of covered. So that's not changing. Thursdays, Final Fantasy. That's changing a little bit. And it's changing in the concept of where I know a few people like the post commentary so that I can give you guys cool factoids about Final Fantasy. I'm actually feeling fairly confident that I could do that while playing live. Not necessarily a live stream, but in real time, be able to play with you guys and be able to give you that information, kind of like I do with Diablo. In fact, Diablo is kind of the reason why I can do that. So at that point, given I was originally going to start doing this kind of a format and leaving post-commentary as of Final Fantasy X, because then we'd have a voice cast and I wouldn't have to worry about so much of that, and I could just let the voice cast kind of do its thing. We're going to start it up now. I think I've got one more episode that's post-commentary at this point, and then after that, we're just going to record. And it'll be live, and you guys will be able to enjoy it, kind of like Tale of Drakfu or Diablo 3. Especially since in Final Fantasy VIII, we have no encounters, so we can just go through the story, we can cruise through it, and I can get a decent amount of footage and get it all to you guys all in one big chunk, or in smaller chunks. So that's going to be a change there, and we'll probably just do Final Fantasy IX that way as well. But I'm still going to take the grinding breaks out, so you guys don't have to worry about that. In the meantime. So that's still going to be happening. I just am changing the way that I am recording it, and I think that'll work for everybody. I don't think the lack of post commentary will be a missing factor here. So I think we'll be okay. Now for the big elephant in the room. Diablo. WoW content period. Tale of Drakfu, Dungeons and Drakfus. What's going to happen with that? Or in some cases, since some people liked my Allied Race videos, what's happening with those? What I've basically decided to do, because again, I have to free up a lot of time so that I can go work on learning new skill sets, being able to help around the house, etc. What I'm going to be doing is Wednesday is just going to be kind of a potluck day. What I can get recorded, you guys will get. And that will work out. So if that means you guys one Wednesday get a Diablo 3 video, then the next one you would get an Allied Race video. And Allied Races, a lot of people have been wanting where I'm at with it. I've unlocked Dark Irons, I've unlocked Zandalari, and I think I've unlocked Kultirans. I haven't done any, at least I don't think I've qualified for Volpera, and I've definitely not qualified for Mechanomes. They will be done, though. We will finish off strong in BFA. When it comes to Tale of Drakfu and Dungeons and Drakfus, I've decided to kind of finish those up in a different format. And this will also be true of Diablo 3 as well. Actually, those might still be fixed videos because I like the format of that and I think it works. But for Tale of Drakfu and Dungeons and Drakfus, Dungeons might be kind of a fixed deal, but Tale of Drakfu is probably going to go into being a live stream. Just because, like, I know the hour-long videos were working for some people, but we're getting to a point where there's not a whole lot left of the Tale of Drakfu to do until we bounce into BFA content, and I'm still debating whether or not to do that or wait until Shadowlands to do that. What we're going to do instead is, if you don't have a video like Allied Races or Diablo, there might be a live stream that evening where we cover some of the Tale of Drakfu and finish up Legion content. So we will go all the way through to the end of the Suramar storyline, and if I decide to go into Zandalar, we will do that too. But that's going to be kind of up to me, and we'll just go for like 1 or 2 hours and do as many quests as we possibly can and finish up Suramar so that people have at least that resolution for Legion. Dungeons and Drakfus is a whole other monster because from here on in, we just barely finished up Cataclysm. Now we go into Mists of Pandaria. And now we go into patched content that is a lot longer, story-wise. So we'll have a lot more to do. And those might still be fixed videos, just so that I can get them done in at least some kind of a pacing or manner that they still work. But it's going to be when I can get them done. A lot of this is just going to be in that potluck Wednesday video that I can get done. And if I want to live stream Tale of Drakfu, it'll probably either be Wednesday or Thursday night. Whatever day that I can make work. And we'll just do it solo. And we'll have you guys, so you guys can enjoy the Drakfu voice, but that way we can continue on with that. Diablo might still stay in its fixed concept, but we also might introduce some other games because a lot of people have liked the live streams. In fact, I've been pleasantly surprised with how well that they've worked, that I'm actually feeling like I could probably do a Wednesday or a Thursday night stream that isn't just games that I'm backed up on, but maybe we could take on a whole new game series that me and Andrea aren't necessarily interested in playing together. For example, I've been bitten by a bug over the last couple of months and kind of wanting to get into the Monster Hunter series. Not just Monster Hunter World. I know a lot of people will be like, oh no, he's going to go into another MMO. No, I actually want to go back to kind of its roots and see how Monster Hunter grew. And from what I understand, Capcom has made some wonderful remakes on the PSP, so we might just try those out. I haven't worked all those details out yet, but that might be a way to go, and then we could do those on Wednesdays or Thursday nights, and we'll be able to make that work. So that's kind of the video schedule that I'm hoping to be able to follow. The Tuesday and Thursday ones will be consistent. It's Wednesday that I'm hoping I can keep consistent. If I can't, I will obviously let you guys know that I can't. So the next elephant in the room that we have to take care of is reviews. Oh boy. This is another one that I've really been wondering how to handle. Because the bottom line is that I'm getting really irritated with not being able to meet the schedule that some think I should be able to do. And at the same time, in order for me to meet that schedule, I get roughly 10 to 20 hours of content. And in some games, you can't finish the game in 10 to 20 hours. So I'd rather give you a much more thorough review because here's the thing. A game can be kind of rough in the beginning, but then be amazing by the end. So I've kind of decided to discontinue reviews as I was doing them on YouTube, where I was trying to adhere to strict deadlines and and being able to nuke out reviews for you guys that, to me, like, I still stand by those scores after playing a little bit more into them, but some of them I look back on and I go, well, it's still kind of a little dishonest because I was able to play 10 to 20 hours of a 70-hour game. And that's not a great way to be able to go about it. I know that there's a number of gaming journalists that do it, or that have the time to do it. I'm not one of those guys. And I want to be able to give you guys what you came for. An honest assessment of what I think of that game. And also, I know that I took a lot of chances in previous years, but the other thing that has to be kept in mind is I'm paying for them out of pocket. I'm not necessarily getting review copies, and I don't think I'd ever accept one. So I will still be doing that, and I still think that the live streams are a great way to be able to try them out and be able to give first impressions to the people that watch or watch later. But I want to be able to give the games their due. Now, I've been talking a lot about this throughout the year of retro reviews, and it's a format that I'm working on right now, basically to be able to do not really the best comparison I can give you guys is a completionist video, but it's not really that. I just want to give a good review, or not a review to a game that isn't necessarily new, but be able to give it its due. So like for a bunch of you guys have recommended a bunch of video game series to me. For example, one of the first ones is going to be Sly Cooper. I've never played it. And so now you guys get my fresh take on Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. So that's going to happen, and even new games will be in there too, but I am no longer going to be doing those reviews strictly on YouTube. What I've actually decided to do, because of the work that I'm going to be putting into those videos over time, obviously, is to move it over to another site. For example, one of the ones I'm considering is BitChute, and doing it there. And then maybe a couple of weeks later, you guys get the review on YouTube. It's simply because of the work that I'm putting into it. I don't trust YouTube to advertise it. And frankly, I'd much rather go to a smaller community, like say with BitChute and a couple of other sites, that I think would work a little bit better. So I just wanted to point that out as well, and say that those things are going to happen, and I haven't really worked out the final name for it, but it's going to happen, and they will be over there. You'll get the link so you can support it, and that's just going to be the best way, I think, to go about with the reviews. So that's pretty much covering all of the YouTube content that I did, and obviously a lot of this stuff is just going to be done when it's done. Not only so I can give you a good quality deal, but also so I can put my time and my efforts where they're going to be needed. And in some cases, that's not necessarily on YouTube. That's one of my kids.